Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start the drive with Cook. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Boy, 2 plays and they're already across midfield, and that cannot be what you're expecting if you're the defensive coordinator. Neither time the pass rush got home. Now the question you've got to answer, do you bring more pressure or do you drop someone else back in coverage?
First down, here's the run with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets?
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sent back at the 38. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Able to find Lazard. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown! Alan Lazard. 38 yards. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll get this to Nwagu. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 57 yards. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had a short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points. Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again. Throwing now is Rodgers. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up. Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. On second down, Cook. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. These two teams all tied after one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level? As a general rule, the triple op. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
Nifty move. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the intercept. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Following the interception, Cousins escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Joseph's got it, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Back deep, Brandon Powell. pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On play action, Cousins. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
First down, here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Cousins on 1st down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Now Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Cousins. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. throwing is Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Racing to the end zone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, 4th and long here, late second quarter. I mean, Charles, you knew that was going to be a very tough play to convert. But now, not only do you not convert it, you give up a pick six the other way and give the other team all the momentum.
Well, Brandon, I don't think we ever go into a game where both teams don't tell us that they plan to be aggressive in what they're doing on offense. But there's aggressive, and then there's reckless. And how about this one? In the first half of a close game, that backfired on them in a big way. Now I think they're in a position where they have to take a lot of risks in order to try and catch up.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Play fake. Cousins. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
4th down, Cousins. Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six.
That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard.
call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Cook will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
On play action, Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from a yard out.
And the Jets are back within a score.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He has his target. It's Addison. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. Now Cousins.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
the 46. Here's second down at 7. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. He's got daylight. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Andrew Booth getting sent in on the corner blitz and getting home.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets have taken a 4th quarter lead. Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers.
quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Cousins to throw it. And he's going to go down again. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Completes this to Addison out left.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here's 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
That's caught by Wilson.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
To throw is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back.
Now inside the 25.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Dalvin Cook.
57 yards.
And the Jets are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. First play's a run with Nwangu.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Not a bad game there, and it's okay to still run the football in this situation, but you got to be careful to not take too much time off the clock.
Here's second down. On second down, here's Nwangu.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Past the 20.
Down the left sideline.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
This is 1st and 10.
Rodgers to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here comes second down.
Now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. Here's first down.
Here's Cousins. And he's got his big tight end here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now one final throw incomplete. And time will run out here in the fourth quarter, and we are going to overtime. So the Vikings going to get the first chance to possess the football as we are back underway here in overtime. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Another run now for Nwangu. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quinnen Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Cousins. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th, and that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Caught by Wilson. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and